Hello, it's Rebecca and today is another book review day and I have been reading The Leaving by Tara Altebrando. So I will read you the blurb and then talk to you about the book. 6 5-year-olds go missing without a trace. 11 years later, 5 come back with no memory of where they've been or who took them or why. Scarlett is one of the 5. She comes home to a mother she barely recognises and doesn't really know who she's supposed to be. But she remembers Lucas. Lucas remembers Scarlett too, but neither of them remembers the 6th victim, Max. He's still missing, and now everyone wants answers. Oh my goodness, I could not put this book down. A couple of weeks back, I was very, very ill, and I had to take some time off work because I was just so full of cold and it was all horrible. And I just laid on the sofa and read this in 2 days. And as you all know, I'm a very, very slow reader. And this book was something like 421 pages, which is quite a hefty tome for me. As some of you know, I don't like large books. But the blurb just went, and snatched me in. And I read the first couple of pages, because I found it at work. And I read the first couple of pages at work, and I was like, oh, wow, I have to read this. And it was so, so gripping. So I like these weird stories where people go missing and then they come back and everything's changed and it's all a bit weird. It's kind of a little bit like Flight of the Navigator. If any of you are as old as me and remember a 1980s film called Flight of the Navigator where a boy gets taken by aliens and he thinks he's only been gone for like 2 minutes and he comes home and everyone's aged like 30 years or something. And it's really, really good and it was one of my favourite films when I was a child. So this really reminded me of that. So all of these children go missing, 6 children. They get taken from their kindergarten. It's set in America, their primary school. And it starts off with these 5 children, or 5 16-year-olds, because it's now been 11 years, being almost pushed out of a van into a play area, a park, and they're not sure what's going on. And some of them have got little maps and little kind of memory joggers, and they manage to make their way back to their childhood homes, and everybody's really kind of, oh my goodness, where have you been, what's going on? And these kids are like, I don't know, and nobody believes them. They think that they're keeping some sort of secret. The chapters are from the points of view of Scarlett, one of the girls that went missing, Lucas, one of the boys that went missing, and Avery, who is the sister of Max, and Max is the 6th child that hasn't come back. So we get to see kind of from a few different points of view. This is where the story falls down a little bit, because from the children that have gone missing, we focus on Scarlett and Lucas. And the other 3 kind of, they come in and out every now and then, but they kind of disappear, and it's almost like, well, is their story not important? Why aren't we getting to see inside their lives? And the author kind of gives them a bit of a shove out of the way, with the characters not wanting to be in the public eye. They don't want to give television interviews. They don't want to talk to anybody. They just want to get back to their normal lives. And that was a way of her almost shoving them out of the story. Whereas the other 2 and Avery want to find out what's going on. And yeah, so that was a little bit sad that you didn't get to see everything, but it was really, really fast paced and really gripping, and there were lots of theories as to what happened to them, such as alien abduction, such as kind of government mind control, lots of different things that could have possibly happened to them. And these kids just, they don't know, but they've got little things, like one character's got a little tattoo and another character has swallowed something that leads them on almost like a little treasure hunt back to where they were, and they go for therapy and are hypnotised, and lots of things happen in order for them to try to piece together this missing 11 years and what's gone on. And you are sucked in so quickly from the first couple of pages. You want to know what's happened to them. You are frustrated. I mean, it is frustrating because all of the time they'll have a memory and it'll be so close and then it goes and they can't remember, and you're kind of gripping onto this, wanting them to remember, wanting them to find the truth in this whole situation, because how awful is it? I mean, I forget little things, you know, when you get up and you go, oh, I need to go to the kitchen to get something. And you get into the kitchen and you stand there and you think, why am I even in here? Because your memory has kind of just disappeared for a few seconds. But to have 11 years worth of memory just completely gone, and tiny little flashes of light that could lead you somewhere and then they don't. So that was a really good thing about it, because it left you hungry and it left you wanting more. However, it didn't get resolved how I would have expected it to. And this is so frustrating giving reviews, because I want to talk about the whole book and I can't. But whatever you might think has happened to them, it's possible that that's not what actually happened to them. It does lead you down some weavy paths and gets you to piece together things that don't necessarily happen. So there are a few red herrings and a few things that, you know, make you believe certain things and they don't actually happen. But for a book that is as long as it is, like I said, I read it in 2 days and I was so ill, and parts of the time I wanted to sleep and I was like, I can't sleep. I can't do this because I need to finish this. I need to read the next chapter, and then you read the next chapter and I just need to read the next chapter, because it alternates between these 3 characters. So you're left hanging with one character, and so you have to read at least 3 other chapters to kind of get pulled along in the story. But like I say, really, really enjoyable, really gripping. Not the greatest ending in the world, but certainly a book that I would recommend, and a book that does just leave you with this feeling of craziness and excitement and fear and all these wonderful emotions. So yes, certainly one I would recommend, and I'm going to see if I can find something else by this author, because she's a really good writer, like I say, really gripping, really fast paced, and really knows how to hold your attention. So thoroughly enjoyed it. So if you'd like to hear any of my other book reviews, then please subscribe. I put new videos out every time I've read a book, and occasionally do other bits of writing-y typeness and book-ishness. So if you're interested in any of those things, then please subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a good day. Bye-bye.